welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we continue to discuss, we continue to call out those who are writing Narendra Modi's political obituary because the message is loud and clear. But there is also a message today going in to everyone in the opposition camp. Where is the opposition? Are they even united? Is there even an India alliance? But before we take you ahead on that and also tell you what has Rahul Gandhi said and not said, I want to break the very first response also that has come in from the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who's taken to the social media a little while earlier. And he says, and allow me to quote, Jai Maharashtra, इस ऐतिहासिक जनादेश के लिए महाराष्ट्र की जनता का कोटि कोटि वंदन. He goes on to say, छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज, बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर जी, ज्योतिबा फूले जी और वीर सावरकर जी की पुण्य भूमि महाराष्ट्र ने विकास के साथ साथ संस्कृति और राष्ट्र को सर्वोपरि रखने वाली महायुति गठबंधन को इतना प्रचंड जनादेश देकर भ्रम और झूठ के सहारे संविधान के नकली हितैषी बनने वालों की दुकान पर ताला लगाने का काम किया है. सो लुक एट द ऑपरेटिव वर्ड्स. ही सेज भ्रम और झूठ के सहारे संविधान के नकली हितैषी बनने वालों की दुकान पर ताला लगाने का काम किया है. ये जीत हर एक महाराष्ट्र वासी की जीत है. जय महाराष्ट्र. Then he writes the similar sentiments later also in Marathi, and at the end of it he also says इस भव्य जीत के लिए बीजेपी महाराष्ट्र के सभी कार्यकर्ताओं, भाजपा के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष, प्रदेश अध्यक्ष, मुख्यमंत्री, एंड हियर इज वेयर ही मेंशन्स एकनाथ शिंदे, उप मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी और अजीत पवार जी को हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं. So Varun, is, you know, a lot of people have been asking who's the next Mukhyamantri in Maharashtra. Is the answer, you know, in that tweet when he's writing Mukhyamantri Eknath Shinde ji, Up Mukhyamantri Devendra Fadnavis? What do you think?
I don't. Something that, you know, to be very honest, let me tell you a simple thing before I answer your question, Dipti. And thanks for giving me this opportunity and staying true to your words, because जमाना ये है कि लोग कहते कुछ है और होता कुछ और है. और एक बार क्या हमारे पैर फिसल गए तो लोगों ने तो इस तरीके से नजरअंदाज कर दिया था. 2024 लोकसभा में थोड़ी सी गलती हो गई थी आकलन में. People had started dishing us out, and every time whenever in the last election, this election, whenever I went on field and quoted it that there is a change, there were many people from the opposition who, instead of taking it as a learning and correcting, course correcting, they would say कि भाई 23 को तेरे को गाड़ देंगे. And there are multiple such things. It hurts, but also it gives, it vindicates us that, you know, we have been on field. Yes, we are journalists, we end up making mistakes, but this time we were not that far away from truth. What your question about Mr. Shinde continuing and Mr. Devendra Fadnavis being the Deputy Chief Minister and Ajit Pawar, I can say one thing for sure, that Ajit Pawar will remain the Deputy CM. Apart from that, Eknath Shinde is not going anywhere. Okay. And probably bigger role for DF would be something that we are hearing. And there is a demand from many Karyakartas of BJP that DF should be made the Chief Minister, because whatever said and done, it is his victory. Yes. He's the moment. He's the man of the moment. Absolutely. Right now. But he was the man of the moment on 29th of June 2022. Correct. Yes. When he, on his own, being the amount of Devendra Fadnavis I know, he is someone who will toe the party line to the T. He is not going to go against anything. And if the party says देवेंद्र आपको सीएम बनना है तो सीएम बनेंगे. अगर उन्हें कहेंगे कि नहीं आपको एक एमएलए ही रहना है तो एमएलए बनेंगे. ठीक है. तो इस तरीके से चलता है. Okay, and I'm being told like Varun was answering this question. You had Sanjay Dwivedi ji, who represents the Shiv Sena UBT, who wanted to respond कि कौन मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा. अब संजय जी आप इसका कैसे जवाब दे सकते हैं?
हमें क्या मतलब है कौन बनेगा? उनकी
वो जवाब देना चाहते हैं. तहसीन वो जवाब देना चाहते हैं. उनको बोलने दीजिए ना. संविधान ना खतरे में है और देश में ना डेमोक्रेसी खतरे में है. बताइए संजय जी.
हमारे घर में दाल चावल नहीं, दूसरे घर में बिरयानी है कि नहीं देखना है.
मैं कहता हूँ कि मैं दीप्ति जी.
हाँ जी बोलिए.
कह रहा हूँ कि झारखंड में क्या हुआ, वहाँ मोदी जी का जादू नहीं चला गया?
अच्छा
नहीं दीप्ति जी,
आपका जादू चला है सर. ये बताइए ना आपका जादू कहाँ चला है, मुझे वो बताइए. मैं उसमें ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड हूँ.
नहीं चला ना. हाँ. नहीं मोदी जी का जादू नहीं चला. नहीं चला ना वहाँ झारखंड में. क्यों नहीं चला भाई? जबकि वहाँ पे दो मुख्यमंत्री.
सर इतना नेगेटिव कैंपेन सिर्फ दूसरों को नीचे लाने में ही अगर राजनीति रहेगी ना सर, तो जनता इसी तरह का जवाब देती है.
सर कह रहा हूँ आपसे देखिए ज्यादा खुश होने की जरूरत नहीं है।
अच्छा।
देखिए जो समस्याएं देश में आज भी हैं
हाँ।
और कल भी रहेंगी, चाहे महंगाई चाहे बेरोजगारी हो, जो किसानों में जो उनका जो मांग सोयाबीन की जो मांग है वो मांग अभी भी रहेगी। ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं रहेगी।
सर आपने विदर्भ के नतीजे देखे हैं ना सर? विदर्भ के नतीजे देखे हैं ना आपने?
सुन तो लीजिए, हमारे मुद्दे जो थे जनता के लिए थे।
आपके मुद्दे सर जनता ने रिजेक्ट कर दिए हैं। उद्धव ठाकरे को जनता ने रिजेक्ट कर दिया है और उनको खत्म ही कर दिया है ना पॉलिटिकली। आप बताइए क्या बचा है? एक सेकंड आप अरुण को सुनिएगा प्लीज। संजय जी अब
सिर्फ संजय जी के लिए नहीं, ये जो ऑपोजिशन है दे ऑल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट पॉलिटिक्स हैज नो हॉलीडेज। बट सैडली Rahul Gandhi, who was expected, whom we expected as a journalist, we expected that after the so-called fantastic or stupendous fantastic performance in the Lok Sabha, we expected that he will be seen more in Maharashtra. But no, he wasn't. Probably the time he spent outside the country, if he would have spent half of the time in Maharashtra, the result would have been something else. And the biggest problem is that this is what kills them. This is what is killing them, and they do not want to understand and realize that not being on field, not being present and not introspecting is causing them more damage than attacking the opposition. Here, the BJP on 4th of June 2024 sat down. Devendra Fadnavis had the courage to say, I accept the blame of Maharashtra's loss,
yes,
and we will course correct it.
Yes, he also offered to
course
resign.
corrected it.
That's true.
He sat down with his leaders. The RSS sat down. They went into the homes of people who had not voted. They made people feel the guilt. They kept on showing the sad and remorseful face of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Hindus came out and voted. That was guilt vote. And that is what has helped the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, I quickly want to get in Hitesh. He hasn't, made a second intervention here. But Hitesh, there are a lot of important things, I think, in what Amit Shah has just tweeted, where he says कि भ्रम और झूठ के सहारे संविधान के नकली हितैषी बनने वालों की दुकान पर ताला लगाने का काम किया है. Then he also speaks about Veer Savarkar. So, a lot of these things, Hitesh, do you believe has worked also along with the fact that this is a BJP that is not willing to give up at any cost,
Well, all these things have worked, and fake narrative can be sold only one time. It cannot be sold again and again. I was hearing to the Shiv Sena.
Okay, Hitesh, apologies. I have to cut you short. I'm told we have a response just coming in from Congress's Pawan Kheda.
99% बैटरीज की बात करते हैं तो चुनावी प्रक्रिया को और पारदर्शी और लोकतंत्र को और मजबूत बनाने के लिए ये बात करते हैं. आप झारखंड का नतीजा दिखाकर हमारा मुंह नहीं बंद कर सकते. हम नहीं चुप होंगे, हम बोलेंगे और चुनाव आयोग से हम बार बार बोलेंगे. आज तक शेरो शायरी के अलावा हमें कुछ सब्सटैंटिव जवाब नहीं मिलता जो हमने ऐसे मुद्दे उठाए हैं, जैसे कि अभी मैंने आपको उदाहरण दिया पुणे वाला. लिस्ट दी गई कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज की कि यहां रेड और ग्रीन मार्किंग हो रही है. बीजेपी के नेता रेड मार्किंग मतलब इन नामों को हटा दिया जाए वोटर्स लिस्ट से. हमने लिस्ट दी, उसका जवाब नहीं आया. 99% बैटरीज के बारे में आज तक जवाब नहीं दिया. शेरो शायरी जरूर आई, वो भी बड़ी वाहियात प्रकार की शेरो शायरी थी, उसमें भी कोई मनोरंजन नहीं था. तो इस तरह से अगर चुनाव होंगे और बड़ी शातिर तरीके से हमारा मुंह बंद कर दिया जाए, हम लगातार हरियाणा में भी हमने ये आवाज उठाई कि हमने ही नहीं, सिविल सोसाइटी एनजीओज ने उठाई कि ये वोट शेयर कैसे बढ़ गया, वोटिंग परसेंटेज कैसे बढ़ गई. 1 घंटे 2 घंटे 3 घंटे 12 घंटे में बढ़ता चला जा रहा है. चुनाव खत्म होने के बाद ये कैसे हो रहा है, जवाब नहीं आता. आज से 5 साल पहले कभी आपके पास ये मुद्दा भी सामने आया था कि ये परसेंटेज कैसे बढ़ रहा है चुनाव खत्म होने के बाद. रोज हर चुनाव के बाद और काउंटिंग से पहले कहीं ना कहीं आपके ही चैनल्स पे, सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स पे ये खबरें चलाई जाती हैं, दिखती हैं, वीडियोस दिखाई देते हैं कि बीजेपी के नेता की गाड़ी में ईवीएम मशीन मिली कल नागपुर में, कल रात को, परसों. कोई जवाब नहीं. क्या चुप्पी से चुनाव आयोग अपने आप को, रात की नींद कैसे आती होगी इन लोग? चुप रहना कोई उत्तर होता है क्या? इसलिए इस देश की सबसे पुरानी पार्टी, इस देश की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी, इस देश में 54 साल 7 महीने शासन में रहने वाली पार्टी की हैसियत से और प्रमुख विपक्षी दल की हैसियत से हम अपनी ये जिम्मेदारी समझते हैं कि इस तरह के सवाल जो कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बड़े परेशान करते हैं हम उठाएंगे, क्योंकि हमें आने वाली पीढ़ियों की चिंता है, हमें लोकतंत्र की चिंता है, हमें इस देश में पारदर्शी चुनाव करवाने की जिम्मेदारी हम अपनी भी मानते हैं। मैं जयराम रमेश जी से आग्रह करूंगा कि इस प्रेस वार्ता को आगे बढ़ाएं।
शुक्रिया। पहले तो मैं झारखंड की जनता को बधाई देता हूं कि उन्होंने हमारे देश के लिए एक नया रास्ता दिखाया है, मार्गदर्शन दिया।
So the same EVM ka bahana, much like, we had the entire team Congress saying ki we do not accept what's happened in Haryana. We don't accept this result. Now they are saying we do not accept the results coming out of Maharashtra. I do not know, JVC, what happens? I mean, can a political party really do this again and again and again and again and say we do not believe the Election Commission, we do not believe the Supreme Court? What's going on?
Today afternoon, Mr. Robert Vadra was asked about the EVM. And he said, when EVM is fine in Kerala, it was fine in Karnataka and Jharkhand, I shouldn't be questioning the EVM at Maharashtra.
That's Robert Vadra.
That is Robert Vadra. So probably we are having a Vadra Congress, Rahul Congress. I don't know. This is probably a Rahul Congress.
Is there a Vadra Congress and a Rahul Congress, Tehseen?
I wanted to, before Tehseen can answer it very well, because he is part of the Congress ecosystem. Election Commission के ऊपर बहुत बड़ा एक सवाल उठाते हैं। May 20, I went to my home and I cried a lot because I had been voting since 2004. My name was deleted in 2024 elections for Lok Sabha. I even applied for it. A friend of mine also applied on the same day. His voter ID card came before the elections, mine didn't. I didn't go and rant. There were multiple people who faced that same issue, and most of them were not from the voting system of the parties that said that they have won heavily.
But I have...
ECI को blame करना सबसे आसान चीज हो सकता है।
बिल्कुल, exactly what I was wanting to say, Varun, and this is the easy way out. And अब तो ऐसा है ना कि बार-बार इसको घिस-घिस के भी, विवेक जी, आप सबको बताएंगे, people don't accept it. If the Congress does not believe in the institutions, Tehseen, if the Congress does not believe in the Election Commission, they should boycott elections.
Don't participate.
They should say we don't want to participate. No, why are they fighting elections?
That time will come.
I mean, you can't make a mockery out of the mandate of the people, no? Tehseen?
So there are two issues that I want to put on. Is it a duty of the opposition to raise questions? Yes, including on election
Which
commission.
questions? Bizarre questions?
If you allow me to, if you want to
Legitimate
interrupt, I can't speak. So allow me, I'll take less than a minute. I think it's their right. I think they should do it. However, I agree and I concede to what Varun is saying, with what you're saying. All of these questions should have been raised before. Now, if you had an issue in Haryana, which they thought was legitimate, which I again understand, it could be legitimate, this 99% thing, then that could have been, you could have sat down and said, look, let's go through this. Why is it? You could have had an answer to it. Now, it can't happen right now. So you can't say that Jharkhand, Kerala, whatever, we won and we've not won in other places. So only 99% was put there. So that, even if it's true, hypothetically, it creates bad perception. So their planning was not there. It should have happened before. Now, you can't go in the exit polls and say we are winning. And now when you lose, so there was this one, Mr. Bhaskar, he lost the elections, right? So when Mr. Bhaskar lost the elections, he met the Maulana, the Taliban Maulana. Mr. Bhaskar till the 16th round or 17th round said the EVM is fine.
Mr. Bhaskar.
The one who met the
Bhaskar.
Sorry.
You're talking of Swara Bhaskar.
Sorry, yeah. So he lost the election. Till the 17th round, he said the EVMs are fine. 17, 18, 19, it was bad. So, it looks immature.
No one buys this.
Yeah,
no, it's not even immature. Now this is dangerous.
Tehseen,
now this is getting dangerous.
17th round.
Because you cannot mislead the voter of the country. Neither can you, I think, discredit the voters of the country. Karan, you will have to allow me a moment. I have a special guest joining us right now. Let me introduce Daniel Francis. He's the advisor to the Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde on the campaign and communications. Daniel, thank you so much for your time. It's good to see you here. Now tell me, what really has just turned the tide? What led to this huge sweep?
I think, thank you very much for inviting me. This sweep youth sweep. We had analyzed and imagined somewhere 180 to 200 seats for the Mahayuti, but it's gone beyond that. See, most important factor behind this this victory is the 7.5 crore beneficiaries that we created in Maharashtra in the last 2.5 years. This is one of the biggest beneficiary grouping in any state, and the direct benefit transfers that we ushered, particularly to the women voters, farmers, and unemployed youth. This is, I think, the greatest benefit that we've got through the elections. The voters came out in big numbers. They were loyal voters. They saw the work that was done. Second most important factor is the leadership. How Eknath Ji Shinde himself led the Mahayuti and the campaign, the kind of public connect he has, the image he has, the common man affection that he has, and the reach that he had while campaigning and before that. Government that works, and people also understand the benefit of having a national and state government of the same formation. Because Mr. Aditya Thackeray's politics was about all negativity, stopping big projects, stalling projects, cancelling projects. Mumbai doesn't want it, no urban center wants it. And third most important thing is that the Mahavikas Aghadi, for example, Congress party was concentrating on its Ladki Bahin in Wayanad. Uddhav Thackeray was concentrating in his Ladka Bhau in Ladka Beta in Worli. When your obsession is your family and the one or two candidates you want to win, what is the kind of strength you give your cadre, your candidates in other parts of the state? And MVA had no agenda. They were constantly fighting. Two people who spoiled it for MVA were Nana Patole and Sanjay Raut. Constantly creating a squabble publicly, fighting and creating an impression that they are only here for power. While the Mahayuti conducted its campaign with great dignity and kept all its differences aside and fought like one force. And people are rewarding work. There's no other answer to this. People are rewarding work. People want, and those who they trust, they will vote back in power. The kind of manifesto that the Congress party and MBA gave, well, bogus manifesto. They are the people who went against the Ladki Bahin scheme to the courts, and people understood. And second most important thing is that the way they asked that Maulana Numani to come and support MBA candidates, and he did a public support, which has gone against the three parties in MBA.
Okay, Daniel, I just have limited time, but I'll still take the liberty to ask you a question in the next 30 seconds. When Eknath Shinde was named as the chief minister, a lot of people were surprised, Varun. I mean, let's accept the fact a lot of people said, ye kaise ho sakta? It has to be Devendra Fadnavis. People said he's the underdog. He's going to be a rubber chief minister because the super chief minister is going to be someone else. But do you believe that this is, a different kind of a homecoming perhaps for an Eknath Shinde today, who's a man of his own might? I think you go across anywhere in Maharashtra, you see is huge hoardings, not the Prime Minister, but we see Eknath Shinde's hoardings like that with the Ladki Bahin scheme. 30 seconds.
Eknath Shinde ji has a lion's share in the victory of Mahayuti in Maharashtra. He's concentration on the people who live at the bottom of the pyramid and the kind of association and resonance that he has, particularly in the sections that are farmers, economically backward, socially backward, people of Maharashtra. And the kind of governance that he provided, the kind of schemes that he provided are a big game changer. He himself is a big game changer, not the schemes alone.
All right. Looking forward to talking to you again, Daniel. Is going to be the next Chief Minister, Eknath Shinde. We'll find out soon. For the moment, thank you so much and many, many congratulations to you yet again.